But then like, don't be afraid to just be you, like be yourself. Even if you think you're weird, somebody's gonna relate to you. Hi KLAT, I'm actually Zeal, a singer-songwriter from Birmingham, and this is Get to Know Me with KLAT. When I transitioned to making music, I was actually gonna go into acting and do drama, but then when I was doing the lessons, the fun and the practical got taken out of it. So then I kind of turned to making voice notes and writing music. And then my friends would always, before even this time, they would always say you need to like use your talent, sing, like push with music. And around that time is when I thought, if they're supporting me, I might as well go for it. And yeah, just haven't looked back. I grew up on R&B with all the obvious like artists from back in the 90s, even pushing back to the 80s, because my family would play it around me. So I'd say R&B itself, it allows you to be vulnerable or be honest about your emotions, and then someone in the world is going to relate to it. So you're not really afraid to sing about it, because it's going to help you yourself, but also someone else. So Girl, I had the name Girl for a long time, and then I kind of came out of a relationship, and I think when I was in the relationship I had the music, but like the emotions didn't really come to me until after the relationship. So then I've gone back to those songs, recorded them, put those emotions that I was feeling into the music, and then I think that's kind of why it sounds the way it is. But yeah, the initial inspiration for the music is just from real scenarios, real situations, and how I was feeling in those times. It's always a challenge to be successful in music. So I think when you stick at it, there's always going to be an obstacle. So when you're pushing on and carrying on through those obstacles, I think you get the hunger back somehow. Like, it's easy to lose the hunger, but because of the obstacles and just the fact there's not many successful like R&B artists in Birmingham. So I think the idea of being one of the first to really take it somewhere kind of pushes me on, and that's why I continue. I'd say it's kind of put me on the doorstep of being where I need to be. And I think now that I'm on their radar, it's down to me to be consistent and put the work in, and hopefully once it's time, they'll support me even more. More honesty, more realness in regards to my lyrics. Again, went through a situation that in the moment you kind of feel a way, but like you're trying to live in the moment. Whereas when you're writing the music, it's kind of like a process of, you might have not said something back then that you wanted to say, but now you can put it in the music. You don't have to chase the person down and like have an argument. You can just put it in the music, and people kind of hear the real like emotions in it, and that it's come from a real place. Yeah, just real life situations. Again, you might not, I think everyone has that thing where they wish they said something when they were having a conversation, but I prefer not to reignite something. I'd rather either just get over it myself or put it into the music, and that's what I choose to do with my releases. Sometimes when things are going good, like something like personal might happen, and it's that battle of, do I let this have an impact? Do I stop making music, or do I just like overcome it and then continue? So I think a lot of personal issues have happened during making music, but ultimately, if you really want it, you gotta continue. I take them as, do you really want this? Like, it's a lesson of, okay, I've tested you, but are you gonna overcome it? And yeah. So in regards to me, I'd like to be the person that people, like, they hear my music and they hear that I might be the missing piece to their song. That's where I'd like to be, because I've always thought I can always add something to, you might hear a song and you're like, I would have done this or I would have done that. So hopefully I get to a point where people respect me enough and respect my music enough to reach out to me and we can collab. Because I think the UK scene, it's still quite young in regards to R&B. So I don't think there's a limit. If everyone comes together and works together and kind of builds it collectively, I think it will be around for a long time. First of all, find your sound, but then like don't be afraid to just be you, like be yourself. Even if you think you're weird, somebody's gonna relate to you. If you might think you're not like aggressive enough as a man, or you know what I mean, like, that's for the male aspect. Or as a woman, just don't be intimidated by anyone. Just be your honest person, like honest version of yourself, and then yeah, just make the music that resonates with yourself. Flying, because I'm late most of the time. I was on time today, but yeah, most of the time I'm late. So yeah, get places quicker. Forgetting lyrics, because it's like, you might go into that performance thinking you're not gonna forget your lyrics, and it just happens. Like you might think of 2 lines ahead rather than the next line, and you just gotta catch it. But I've never just stopped completely. I've always like just bounced back and just carried on with the song. So when people remember, some people kind of always remember that time you did this or remember that time you done that. But yeah, if you just carry on, people will forget about it soon enough. I'd say Bruno Mars, because when I'm listening to him, he brings out that fun side to you as a person. Like he puts a smile on your face. So I think the creative side to the music, that would be fun. And then just hearing the final product, I think it would be a good song. So yeah, Bruno Mars. Maybe My Girl. I can't remember is it Temptations? It might be Temptations, but yeah, My Girl. Probably football coach, because I love football. Like you could probably say I'm addicted to football. So yeah, something to do with football.